a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So the New York starting five, you've got Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the center position. Now, here's Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Maxey against Brunson. It's good from long range.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
And Brunson, here we go. Hard against Oubre. Here's Brunson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, showing that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
On deep, Brunson traps in the tray.
Boy, the ability to stop on the dime and rise and fire Jalen Brunson, that is outstanding.
Here's Maxey. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Takes the three. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Anunoby finds Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Towns, a screen on George. Pass to Towns. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. Good on the triple.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from 3.
Embiid drives in. Misses the one-handed jam. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Oubre, and he uses the glass on the layup. Oubre's got 5.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Pass to Embiid. A three-pointer is right on target.
The big fella, Embiid, making it look too easy.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Brunson surveying the D. And here is Hart. Bridges for 3. They get the rebound. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. The Knicks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Brunson finds Bridges. Fires for 3. The kick out to Anunoby. Good, and the assist goes to Town.
OG Anunoby increasingly dangerous with his jumper. Nice catch and shoot opportunity there.
Towns against Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. On deep, Brunson. Beyond the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
Maxey kicks to George. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Philadelphia has possession after Jalen Brunson missed it on that last three-pointer. Maxey passes to Grimes. Uses both hands to slam it down. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Brunson goes in. Towns in the corner. Pass to Hart. Over Embiid. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. 76ers ahead, up 1. And we'll be back shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
They've got Gordon. Edwards is out there with Paul George. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group for Philadelphia to start this second quarter. Here's Anunoby. His three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers leading by 3. And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Payne dishes to Bridges. Hits it from three-point range. Bridges has got 5.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy's dangerous as a shooter.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. That's 7 points for Mikal Bridges. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Maxey. And the 3 off target. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. Here's Anunoby. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
And here's George for 3. Another miss by Philadelphia. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside, Maxey. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, he can kiss it goodbye.
Driving the lane. Payne's shot is good.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Outside, George lets it go from deep. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
This guy practically automatic. Paul George in the catch and shoot. Look out.
Payne kicks to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Great, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite.
Basket good. Robinson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Drummond with a screen on Anunoby. Inside. And Drummond throws it down.
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
Bridges finds Robinson. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Out to Edwards. Gordon against Bridges. Edwards passes to Drummond. There's the drive. Lets it fly from 18. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now a 6-point 76ers lead. Payne looking around from deep. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs, but Doris' horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all missed significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
And so many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Here's Tucker. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And stolen by Maxey. Here's the three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
It could go. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan passport shot from live. They're thinking about the shot.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Jalen Brunson out there with Miles McBride. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Achua. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lowry can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 11. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player. This guy's more comfortable from that range than most 7-footers. Mr. Towns, such a sweet shooting big.
There's Gordon with the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got 6.
The defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Brunson with a clean look. Brunson drops it in from the arc. Wow!
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And boy, from range, look out.
Lowry passes to Yabusele. They set the pick. And he makes good on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Edwards comes in for Yabusele. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Gordon. McBride's shot is off.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Grimes. Oubre with it. He's against Tucker. Lock at 6. Edwards can't hit. And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for the Knicks. 9-point game. And Tucker kicks to Brunson. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 12 points for him.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Pass to Achua. Here's Tucker. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Grimes passes to Edwards. And that one drops for him. Edwards got his first bucket of the night.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
And Brunson, here we go. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Yabusele comes in for Edwards. Paul George, he's checked in for Oubre. And Maxey's subbed in for Kyle Lowry. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways. I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. From outside the arc, and again, New York with the triple.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
George, that's a 2-pointer. And it's George again missing.
Philadelphia foul.
And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
Offensive rebound. Here's Bona. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Bona's got his first basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Lowry. Pass to Bona. Inside Lowry. The 3.
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. 76ers lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Paul George. Lonnie Walker is out there with Lowry. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Back to George. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Anunoby finds Hart. Back to Anunoby. They get it back. Out to Bridges. Anunoby passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Excellent pursuit by Towns right there. Get to work on the glass.
The 76ers leading by 3. Lowry setting the pick for George. Nailed from three-point land.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Anunoby. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the three-point shot in response. Wow.
Count it, good. And the 76ers lead by 5.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
The shot by George, no good. Knicks trail by 3 to tie it up. Towns kicks to Hart. And it's all evened up.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Unloads from 13. Oubre can't get it to go. New York's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oubre Jr. That's his first personal foul.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Both teams will make substitutions. He's off on the second.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Bridges. Brunson, right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Brunson. Hart with a screen on Oubre. Here's Brunson. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
And that one's good. Maxey.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Hart with the screen for Brunson. There's the triple. Clark, that's good. Hart's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Boy, does he stun the crowd by answering right back with that triple to get the game back to him.
Ball stolen. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What a setup by Karl-Anthony Towns. Knew his team had to capitalize on that opening.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for New York. Here's Maxey. George passes to Maxey. Back to George. Maxey finds George. That one falls. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Anunoby outside. Now, here's Tucker. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Oubre kicks to Maxey. Count!
Not one to turn down a challenge. Maxey, wow.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Towns. It falls!
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Bridges up top. He's covered by Maxey. And stolen by Maxey. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Come on, everybody. We're the sixth man.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. side, Gordon. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Down it goes at the buzzer.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. jam by Brown.
The athletic Brown with a big-time slam. You got to defend him better than this.
Maxey against Holiday. George a screen on Holiday. Maxey, that's good.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Maxey's gone 1 for 2 from deep. Now here's Holiday, guarded closely. Tatum a screen on Oubre. Here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 5. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Brown's got his second bucket on the night.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Grimes. And it's off from three-point range. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Brown. Joel Embiid with the board.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all 3 levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Holiday really is a soft-spoken guy on and off the court. Leads by example, is extremely reliable and talented, and his teammates have great respect for him because of it. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Maxey surveys. Pass to Embiid. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
On the wing, Tatum. George defending. Yep, that one goes.
And, you know, his height and quick release help Tatum do work in the post. Defense can only do so much.
Embiid finds Maxey. Screen by Embiid. Lets the 3 fly. For 3, George. Boston pulls it in. Right side, Brown. Inside, Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Outstanding work from Porzingis that time, creatively sending that one home.
Pass to White. Back to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Oubre, following the bucket by the Celtics. And he makes it on the layup.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
The Celtics have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Holiday against Maxey. Outside Oubre. Back to Maxey. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Boston out in front. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
They've got Tyrese Maxey. Edwards out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's George in at the three. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. And that one's good. Porzingis.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
And here we go. The Celtics on the run. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The three, George. He drops it from range.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. The kick to Tatum. Let's go with a three. Drummond grabs the miss.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout fourth year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
So it's Boston now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Al Horford's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Lowry. Following the bucket by Boston. Edwards finds Lowry. And the bucket is good. Lowry's got his first 2 points.
A burly, bruising point guard, Lowry is good at using that upper body strength to fight through contact.
Tatum's got room. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Oubre on the wing. The three is up. Hauled in by Brown. Embiid with a steal. From outside the arc, showing some range. Embiid, nice.
Tell you what, for a big guy, a bigger guy, Embiid is great at pulling up off the dribble. Excellent ball skill.
Here's Pritchard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game. Lowry, the pass to Oubre. A minute 37 left in the first half of basketball. Nice D from Tatum. Horford, left side. Outside White. Back to Horford. Pass to White. Here's Pritchard. Over Lowry. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Lowry surveys the D. And here's Gordon from the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And Gordon has no fear, no hesitation, pulling from way downtown. Love seeing him knock down these deep bombs.
Horford outside. 44 seconds left in the second quarter. And finished off by Tatum.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
For 3, Lowry gets the 3 to fall. Lowry's got 5 points.
Well, there's a pit bull kind of quality to Kyle Lowry's game. He's relentless at both ends.
Horford, a screen on Lowry. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. Screen by Embiid. And Lowry with the basket on the assist by Embiid. Lowry's got 8 points in the quarter.
Hey, you gotta love Lowry's work ethic on offense. Looking for any chance to make some points. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And Embiid fires it home. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's gonna be a battle for sure.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. So thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Celtics, 35.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Al Horford, Torrey Craig out there with Drew Holiday, and it's Shireman in at shooting guard. And it's Maxey missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, VA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Oubre finds George. There's a screen. Drives to the hoop. And Oubre gets it to go. Oubre's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. George for 3. That one doesn't drop. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Shireman. Launches it. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
What a soft touch Horford has. So skilled inside.
Maxey passes to Oubre. The kick out to Maxey. He buries it from 3. Maxey's got 12 points in the game.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Holiday with the drive. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Well, he's like an eel slipping into the paint. Drew Holiday glides past the other guys and gets himself right to the bucket.
Maxey passes to Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Boston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Holiday. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian. He's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
Outside, Brown. To the inside, Craig. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his third assist of the night.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Lowry, good. Lowry's got 10 points in the game.
Lowry is a fearless scorer despite his lack of size, and he's never won the back away from the trees inside.
Porzingis sets a screen. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Lowry. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
Philadelphia ball.
The 76ers have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Throws it down.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
Outside, Brown. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Craig finds Brown. From the top of the key, Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
Outside, Brown. With a 9-footer, they kick it out to Porzingis. Shoots over Embiid. Porzingis misses. The Sixers lead by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
On the take. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good to see Gordon being unselfish. Excellent floor awareness and great at finding his guys in their spots.
They kick it out to Porzingis. The 3 from Craig. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Lonnie Walker. He's out there with Kyle Lowry. Andre Drummond is out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high-motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Maxey.
Checking in at about 200 pounds, Maxey is much stronger than he appears.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
They grab their own miss. Oubre, and the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
And the jam by Drummond.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Horford, a screen on Maxey. It's Holiday with a drive. That one drops for him.
Not the most effective pick, but he salvages the play with a terrific move.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Takes a three. And Maxey the bucket on the assist by Drummond. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Here's Maxey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maxey's got 10 points here in the second half.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
Here's Holiday. From down in the low post, it goes.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner. Secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
George with a steal. Outside Maxey. Takes the three. That one doesn't go. Shooting 8 for 15 now. Celtics trail by 13. The drive by Holiday. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George.
Hey, when in doubt, go hard to the rim. I love the mentality from Holiday. Gets him to the line.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. Edwards comes in for Oubre. And it's Gordon in for Walker. And the Celtics also making a change. Hauser's checked in.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
Outside Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Some solid defense from Maxey.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
Philadelphia leading by 13. For 3, Maxey. Horford pulls it in. Boston has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc.
Well, I just love the quiet confidence that Holiday plays with, particularly as it relates to his ability to score. He's just flat out taking over right now.
White, the pass to Tatum. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Philadelphia's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Oh, and the dunk by George!
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Steps back. Here's White. White coming through.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the 76ers.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
For 3, George sends it home from three-point land. And the 76ers lead by 13. Holiday against Maxey. Outside Tatum. The 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
the 76ers, winning this one easily. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill,
Conference, Greg, in this one feels like there's a little extra buzz in the air. Do you feel it?
Oh, Kevin, it's almost that postseason feel, right? High expectations for both of these teams. A great opportunity to lock in and kind of get a barometer for where you are against a playoff-level opponent.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center.
Man, that one's deep, showing you Brunson's got some confidence in the stroke here.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a three-point game. The tray. Again, Holiday missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Bridges passes to Brunson. Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Towns.
How about the work ethic there of Towns? He's great at positioning himself on the glass and just outworking the opponent.
Porzingis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
Pulls up on the elbow, and he hits the jump shot. Brunson's got 5 now.
And that's where Brunson gets a lot of his baskets. He just thrives in the mid-range.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And it's Brown missing. New York is on 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Brunson kicks to Hart. Sinks the three-pointer.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
It's tipped. Bridges outside. From the arc, and he's good on the three ball.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, he can add it to the list.
Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Brunson against Holiday. And it's Brunson missing.
Well, he's a guy to count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Fades. Count that one.
And at 7 feet tall, it is tough guarding Towns, especially when he's making shots like that.
Porzingis, that's a 2. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Hart, no good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And that one's good. Tatum.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this. And one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Bridges for 3. They get it back. Hart kicks to Bridges. Anunoby against Brown. Shot clock at 6. Hart, that's good. He's got 5.
Sometimes plays take extra effort. Usually it's Josh Hart who will be the one to make it.
The 3 from Tatum. No good there.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second-chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. Here's Tucker. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Tucker's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Fires the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Tucker. Shoots. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Tucker's got 5 points now in the quarter. Celtics trail by 7. Outside, White. Shoots over Bridges and misses it off the right side of the rim. Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Tucker can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And it's White missing. The Knicks leading by 7. Brunson outside. To the inside. Here's Tucker. A 3-ball. And Brunson, the basket on the assist from Tucker. And it's 8 points here for Jalen Brunson. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Launches it. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Matching threes for these teams. Porzingis so good from deep.
Brunson outside. Pass to Tucker. A 3. Rebound Boston.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And it's Brown on the follow.
Finessing his way inside for the board and the score. How about the effort from Brown?
Brunson scanning the floor. And stolen by Tatum. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Boston getting another chance here. Takes the 3. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Now, here's Tucker, guarded by Holiday. Towns, wide open. New York, no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And this is why you got to get to P.J. Tucker and close down his airspace, or he's just going to pull up.
Mr. Porzingis. Uncovered. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 14 points for the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Brunson finds Bridges. Brunson outside. Boston grabs the miss. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fades away. Does not score for only the 2nd time in 7 shots this game. Bridges outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Outside Tatum. There's 38 seconds left now here in the second. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter. Anunoby, a screen on Tatum. Tucker. And Boston with the rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Pass to Brunson. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Brunson. Here's Anunoby. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York, thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Achua is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Miles McBride.
36.
Then there's Cameron Payne. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. So it's the Celtics now, following the score by New York. And the basket by Hauser.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
McBride with the ball. And it's Shamet missing. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Launches a 3. Kept alive by Boston. Here's Shireman. No good on the 3. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They've led by as much as 10. McBride's shot is off. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Hauser. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Hauser's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you have to love seeing Al Horford dish the rock.
Here's McBride. And the Knicks miss again. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Hauser for the lead. Robinson pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
McBride passes to Robinson. Shot from the wing, and the shot goes down. Robinson's got his first points of the game.
Robinson stretching his limits on that play from the mid-range.
Horford, no luck. New York leading by 3. Payne passes to Robinson. Shamet bangs home the trifecta. Shamet's got his first 3 points of the game.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Knicks lead 41.
Here's Pritchard. And another miss by Boston. For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Robinson. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Hauser. Puts up a 3. Trains the 3-pointer. Hauser's got 9 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Now Payne. There's a screen by Achua. Out to the right wing. Here's McBride. The offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Tries yet again. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Knicks lead by 5. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Cameron Payne.
Here's Pritchard. He has yet to score. Pass to Shireman. 8 away. The Knicks pull it in. Right outside. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Robinson kicks to Shamet. Right, left side. Sinks the triple.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Here's Shireman. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Shireman's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Right outside. For the 3. And Horford pulls it down. Celtics trail by 5. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Achua. Here's Wright. Rebounded by Hauser.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Right, the pass to Robinson. For Craig. Robinson misses.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Baylor Shireman. 3-point goal.
We've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Knicks lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Pritchard in at the one spot. Towns way outside. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his fourth assist in this one. Fires for three. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Horford.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Pritchard. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as much as 10. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Pritchard. Off target with his 3. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. For 3, Bridges. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Shireman. Boston again missing.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Brunson. Brunson among the bigs.
You always hear about the toughness of Brunson. It really comes through when he's taking defenders on inside.
Horford no luck.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. It can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Fires from way outside. They get it back.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Holiday. Brunson up top to the middle. Here's Towns. Rebound Boston.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's Anunoby. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. 6 points for OG Anunoby.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shot.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Bridges with the steal. Hart, wide open. He fires. Off target from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Holiday inside the line. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Over to the left wing. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Anunoby. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges with the steal. Brunson kicks to Towns. Three-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. The Celtics shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Tatum no good. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. They trail by 7. A pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Anunoby. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. They get it again.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Porzingis against Towns. Fires from way outside. No good. So it's New York picking up the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And that one's good for Brunson.
Now, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Now Philadelphia with it. For 3, Maxey hits the trifecta.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Maxey. Fires from deep. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
For 3, Maxey. Another miss by Maxey.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Takes a 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
And Towns is a big who plays like a guard at times. Exceptional off the dribble.
To stop the run, pass to Embiid. Anunoby against George. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Embiid finds Maxey. Back to Embiid. 16 feet out. Philadelphia with another miss.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Here's Maxey. It's a 6-point game. The 3 ball. And the 3-pointer goes. Maxey's got 6.
So locked in from range. Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Hart. He takes it in. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Maxey. He has 6. Here's George. That shot, no good. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Knicks leading by 5. Outside Brunson. Towns for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
Brunson looks it over. Outside Hart. Fires the 3. Gets rebounded by George. 76ers trail by 8. And here's Oubre from the arc. And another miss by Philadelphia. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Brunson. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond. He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Lets it go from deep.
First personal foul.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Gordon in for Grimes.
Eric Gordon.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Brunson passes to Anunoby. Counted from distance. Anunoby's got 6.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. 11-point game. George outside. Out to Oubre. Jacks up a three. Fires in the triple. 5 points in the game.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
For three, Bridges. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Pass to Oubre. Fires the three. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's the three. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's New York. They lead by 11. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Knicks?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Maxey, Edwards out there with Paul George. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Gordon in at the 2. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Shot clock at 3. Bridges misses.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Maxey. Kicks it to George. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Bridges outside. And here's Wright from the arc. No luck on that one. 76ers trail by 8. And here is Maxey. He's got 6. From the arc. Knocks down the long J. Maxey's got 9.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Anunoby for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Back to Maxey. Gordon outside. Pass to Maxey. Outside Edwards. George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Puts the move on. Anunoby on the take. Out to Bridges. Tries again. Anunoby passes to Towns. That one no good. Good work defensively by Drummond. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Kicks it out Towns. Puts up a 3. Pure from three-point range. He's got 9. RJ just playing at a faster pace. Work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half-court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
Here's Wright. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago.
2 minutes.
He's off on the layup.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half of this game. It's stolen by Hart. It's Bridges on the wing. Down low. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and rolls. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Now here's George. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Right outside. 1:14 left to play in the first half. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Personal foul.
It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. New York shooting their first free throws of the game now. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers.
And just a shrewd pass by Lowry. He has a gift for seeing what's happening on the floor and finding shooters.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring. He said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Now here's McBride. Pass to Robinson. Outside Tucker. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Tucker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now Achua. He's covered by Oubre. Outside Tucker. And again, New York with the triple. 76ers trail by 12. Lowry finds Embiid. It's rebounded by New York. Outside Tucker. With 1 on the clock. No luck on that one. And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break up 12. They hold a real solid. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Miles McBride is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Precious Achua. And it's Robinson in at the center. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Lowry. Kicks it to George. Here's Embiid. Embiid just too tall inside.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And what a breakout fourth year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
76ers trail by 9. Lowry with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. And here's Oubre from the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. For New York, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Up and over Lowry. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Drummond's checked in for the Sixers. New York shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Philadelphia's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Lowry. Up top, Oubre. Let's go with a three. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist. Oubre's got 8 points.
And that's how you orchestrate the offense. Lowry showing the vision and the unselfishness.
Brunson passes to Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be heading to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. No good on that one.
Mitchell Robinson.
That one's no good. 76ers trail by 9. And now the Sixers on the break. Oubre against Tucker. Drummond passes to Oubre. 6 to shoot. Back to Drummond. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. Fast break, New York. Brunson with it. Picked up by Lowry.
And lightning quick there. I mean, Jalen Brunson out on the break. A thing to watch.
Double team on Drummond. Pass to McCain. Here's Lowry. To the right side. Here's McCain. Back to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Lowry from the arc. Knocked loose. Second shot opportunity. Drummond with the screen. Pass to McCain. Goes back up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Jalen Brunson picks one up. Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Wright's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Lowry. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
New York leading by 9. Outside McBride to the paint. Oh, deflected. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
New York making a switch here. Shamit's checked in. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. George outside. Takes it inside. Out to Gordon. It's Edwards on the wing. George outside. Launches a three. Philadelphia with another miss. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Ooh, poked away. It's stolen by Maxey. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Maxey's got 13 now.
And he took off like a jet. Maxey, he's got some afterburner.
McBride attacking. Right outside. The 3 is up. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Philadelphia shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You can tell Maxey enjoys moving the ball. He likes setting up other guys.
Outside Achua. Achua with the dunk.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
The finesse on full display. Screen by Embiid to the middle. And Embiid fires it home.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Edwards. Eric Gordon is out there with Kyle Lowry. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Drummond in at the 5. Got a hand on it. Beyond the arc. Here's Drummond, and the jam by Drummond.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Drummond, the screen on Bridges. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Knicks trail by 3. Left side Brunson. Hart from long range. And the Knicks miss again. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Brunson against Edwards. Here's Gordon. Out to Oubre. Pass to Edwards. From deep. They get it again. Gordon, the pass to Lowry. Fires for 3. Knocks down the triple. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Lowry can just pepper you with shots from the arc. He's got a talent for finding and making those looks.
The Sixers lead by 6. Edwards with it. He's covered by Hart. Edwards, the pass to Oubre. The kick out to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
Here's Brunson outside. And again, the Knicks missing. Now Philadelphia with it. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. Out to Lowry. 3-pointer. On target from range. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Kicks it out Towns. New York again can't hit.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Edwards, a pass to Drummond. Lowry surveys the D. Just 5 on the clock. Basket counts. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Bridges against Gordon. Pass to Edwards. Oubre, a screen on Hart. Edwards fires from way outside. And Anunoby pulls it down. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th. Anunoby passes to Towns. Takes the 3. And the Knicks miss again. Philadelphia leading by 13. Here's Oubre. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the 76ers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Tyrese Maxey.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And Oubre gets it to go.
Hey, guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Drummond against Anunoby. The shot by Drummond, no good. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Towns for three. Fires from way outside. No good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like
You know, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Kelly Oubre out there with Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2 guard. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Tatum no good. George against Tatum. Oubre on the wing. Knocked loose. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside Holiday. Rebound by the 76ers.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Kicks it out to Maxey. It's George on the wing. The 76ers with another miss.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Here's Maxey. After Drew Holiday's score, connects from three-point range.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
Here's Holiday. And it's Grimes with the rebound. Maxey with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Maxey passes to Oubre. This one for 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Tatum, that one no good. Good D by Embiid, and Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Maxey passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It'll be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Drummond's checked in. Tatum with it. Maxey covering. Celtics passing it around. Right side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Here's Drummond. Back to Oubre. Outside, George. Gas to Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, so the wing on the left. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boston ball.
The Celtics trail by 10. Tatum deciding where to go with it. It's stolen. And now the 76ers on the break. George way outside. Kept alive. The 76ers again can't hit it. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Tatum. On the corner. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
This is how refined Tatum's motion is. He needs so little setup time. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. Hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 7.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Holiday attacking. Here's Hauser. Misses the 3. Oubre outside. Pass to George. From deep three-point land, Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 70. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Then there's Horford. Then it's Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
Here's Tatum. George with the defensive effort.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And the Celtics with possession here. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Holiday. Up top, Brown. And they double up Brown. Out to the wing. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And it's Kyle Lowry with the rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
From deep, George. Gordon finds George. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance. That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Brown. Still yet to score. Holiday with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Lowry against Holiday. And Drummond kicks to Lowry. Drummond with a screen on Holiday. Lowry for three. Knocks down the three ball. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Takes a three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Lowry. And Boston with the rebound. And stolen by Drummond. And no good. Good work defensively by Horford. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. 8-point game. And that one, good.
And inside the paint really is where Horford goes to work. Still athletic enough and really makes it look easy.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Philadelphia.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
Pass to Tillman. Here's Hauser. No one near him. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Council. Here's Edwards. Kicks it out to Maxey. Now Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants.
Derek White's checked in for Brown. Philadelphia also making some changes. Yabusele, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Gordon. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Got a piece of it. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Pass to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Horford from outside. The D by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 11.
Nice dive from Embiid. The big man showing off his vision there.
The Celtics have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. And the basket by Hauser.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that one's good. Maxey.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Finished off the break. Maxey's got 15 points.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. He's got 5. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, come on. He knows better than to commit that foul. If you don't have position, they're going to call that every time.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Here's Pritchard. And the basket is good. Pritchard's got his first points in this one.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The 76ers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The 76ers have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. That will count. Can't hit that one. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers feeling good about their 17th. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Grimes in at the two-guard position. No one covering. Maxey's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Philadelphia.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Tatum, that's for two. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Wow. Tatum with it. George picks him up. Oh, and here comes Porzingis. All in the air and down hard.
Oh, stop.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
George with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Here's Embiid, right wing. Here's Grimes. Lowry kicks to Embiid. From past the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shot by Grimes, no good. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the 3 ball is good. Pritchard's got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Dan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. But now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Here's Shireman after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Craig. Just 5 on the clock. And good that time. Craig's got his first bucket in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Grimes. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Embiid inside. He's against Porzingis. Nice D from Porzingis. Craig passes to Porzingis. Craig kicks to Tatum. Over George. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Oh, good work from the mid-range there. Tatum likes taking that shot when he can create space.
Here's Yabusele. Drills the 3-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Wide open look. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. George, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Deflects the pass. Paul George with the steal. From downtown. And Shireman pulls it down. Celtics have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Offensive rebound. Craig passes to Tatum. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Now, Craig, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Another miss by Philadelphia. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. The shot by Pritchard, no good. George looking around. Over Tatum. And no good on the last second attempt this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And here are the 76ers now. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Then there's Brown. And it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Maxey finds Gordon. Back to Maxey. Fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got 24.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Outside Holiday, hands it from downtown.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
To the wing on the left. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Cornette kicks to Brown. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gordon dishes to Oubre. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Banked in off the glass.
Crafty at cashing it in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
The shot by Holiday, no good. 76ers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Kicks it out to Maxey. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league. Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And the 76ers making a change here. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Maxey attacking, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Here's Brown, diving in. Brown jams it in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Maxey, a rare miss for him.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
Zinkus, he's checked in for Boston. Gordon's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey against Holiday. Maxey passes to Oubre. Back to Maxey. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Porzingis. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyrese Maxey.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Boston foul. Derek White.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Stolen by Gordon. Embiid against White, and Derek White picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
At the line for the 76ers, Joel Embiid.
And Embiid drops them both. Here's Holiday. Here's Tatum. Not as good off the back rim and in.
And I tell you what, Tatum is proving to be an all-around scorer of the basketball. He can do it all.
Embiid inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Pass to Maxey. Shot clock at 6. And here's Gordon. Drills it from outside.
Gordon.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Brown wide open. He fires. It's good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
This is the game to watch.
Yeah, you get the sense of both teams know there is a mental edge perhaps a win would give them should they come out of this on top. We expect both teams to figure big time in the Eastern Conference playoff picture.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. And New York has possession, following the bucket by Boston. Here's Brunson. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Outside, Brown. This one for three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Here's Bridges. Towns for three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from three.
Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
NBA, he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career. Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
4-3, and again, Boston with the triple.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Here's Brunson. Boston pulls it in.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now here's Hart. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
He got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. It's good.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
On the wing, Tatum. He's covered by Hart. And it falls all over the rim and in. Tatum's got his second basket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
The shot by Towns, no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Doris, it's hard to believe that Knicks' title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Some room here for Holiday. And he misses his first shot.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Excellent pursuit by Towns right there. Get to work on the glass.
Tatum from long range. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's powered home by Towns.
Big time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Shot on the wing. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 6.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Brunson passes to Bridges. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, a high-motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire off the catch and shoot, Mikal.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 6. Can't cash it in from the high post.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Hard against Tatum. Hart passes to Towns. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Is the mid-range for Mr. Towns part of the game? You bet.
For three, Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Brunson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 6 points for him.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
New York leading by 3. Wright finds Anunoby. There's the triple. The 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Puts up a deep 3. Hart can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. White for 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And here's Wright from the arc. Drops in the 3. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
From behind the arc. And Brown, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Brown's got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
19-footer. The shot by Towns, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Shot from the wing. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And the Knicks shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3 and D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
Pulls it from the corner. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Right, pass to Bridges. Launches it from deep. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. New York trailing. Now here's Wright. 1:49 left in the second period. Towns for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Now that Towns is rolling, boy, you just deliver the ball on time and on target, he will do the rest.
Holiday taking his time here. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Right outside. Tries it from 19. No good, off the front rim. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. To the paint. White on the wing. For three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Tatum against Hart. Out to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics with the lead. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. A new lineup here for New York.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
32 seconds left in the second. The kick to Tatum. They shoot again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Shamet. The rebound, Celtics. Porzingis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Tucker with the ball. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Tucker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. New York out in front. They lead by a bucket. All right, appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And on the floor for Tom Thibodeau as we get into the second half. They've got Landry Shamet, also P.J. Tucker out there, and it's McBride in at the 2. New York has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
3 on 3. Here's Kolek. Kept alive. Here's Hukporti. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. And now it's a 7-point Knick lead.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Celtics foul. Shireman. First personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. McBride passes to Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Pritchard. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Hukporti. The fadeaway. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Here's Hauser. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. 3-pointer. New York, again, can't hit. Celtics trail by 7. The quick look, no good that time. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Shamet. Tucker with a screen. Again, the Knicks missing. Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Kolek. Back to Tucker. Shot from the top of the key. And Craig pulls it down.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just one pass more.
Horford for three. Cordy grabs the board. Cordy's got 4 rebounds now. Outside McBride. All sorts of time. Yes, on the jumper. And the Knicks lead by 9. And every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league.
Here's Hauser. Misses the 3. Knicks leading by 9. Here's Tucker. Got it. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Here's Shireman. Still without a bucket. There's the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Porty's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Puts one up from 19. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The 3 from Craig. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porty's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's McBride. And it's New York scoring again.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Here's Shireman. The 3 from Craig. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And as we end the third. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Anunoby finds Brunson, launches it. Boston pulls it in. And here's Horford for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Pritchard. Gets the 3 ball to go. Pritchard's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
So Boston ends up going with a new group.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Brunson against Holiday. Jacks up a 3. And it's Brunson missing. Celtics trail by 12. Holiday passes to White. Back to Holiday. And stolen by Bridges. And here we go. The Knicks in transition. Open shot from Brunson. Outside Anunoby. New York again can't hit. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Tatum from long range. Towns with a rebound. Knicks leading by 12. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Anunoby. Another shot. And Towns with the lay-in.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
Holiday with the ball. Towns covering. Outside Holiday. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Holiday against Brunson. Three-pointer, Bridges. Rebound, Boston. Here's White. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you want Kristaps Porzingis to insert himself off the rebounding aspect, go to the offensive board, and cash in.
And he gets it to go.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
It's Hart on the wing. Over Tatum. Hart can't hit.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And here's Brown for three. Bullseye! Jaylen Brown!
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Brunson taking his time here. Looking to end this cold spell. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Brown passes to Holiday. Offline with a 3. New York leading by 4. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. From the wing. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Now White. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. Now Brunson. Lets it go from the wing. And it's good. 2 points. And the Knicks lead by 6.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
Tatum from long range. He connects. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
Goes up from the top of the key. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And he buries it. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Brown. Oh, he missed it.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Now that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, they should have this win sealed.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
All right, hang on here. Don't stop the play. We'll have to take a second look at this one on the replay monitor. This one's over if the original ruling of a basket stands, but we'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.